Going on, everyone? Welcome. It is Saturday, and I see we got a raid came in from Red Panda Mining, so thank you very much, and welcome everyone that came in from Red Panda. And I seen that we pretty much have almost exactly the same stream title. You want to know why? It's because we're the same person. I just put on a voice changer now, and I just put you guys to my other channel, my backup one here, Rabid Mining, and now I don't sound as Asian as I do on my main channel. So that's kind of what's going on there. I'm just kidding. That's not what's going on. Hopefully no one thinks that's real. That is fake. I just lied. Anyway, hopefully my mic's even working. You can hear me. Let's do a quick roll call. See what we got here. Ogre MDTOW. Everyone, please pray for him because it sounds like he has to take his mom to the hairdresser again with a bunch of, elderly ladies, and they drive him nuts every time. So we're praying for you, Ogre. Jason Tiger Osborne, what's going on? Fudweiser, what's happening? Rud Putts, I never updated my stream deck yet. It's been months, so I still don't have voice commands unless I do it all manually, and I don't want to do that because I'll mess something up. Skirm, what's going on? Black Sails, Spitfire, what's happening? Stephen Lang, Pellish Miner, Ron Watkins, how does the price to build an equivalent to the X5? I saw your question. Remind me in a little bit here. I'll get back to that. Hey, Seb, what's going on? Seb's in the house. TD, what's going down? Is that the bank, TD? No, highly doubt it. Sicario Gun 1. Sadie, sometimes. Greater Good Mining, what's going down? Message retracted. What were you trying to say? Andrew Lawrence, what's happening? Scroll through. John Wayne. John Wayne is in the house. One of the best Western guys out there. Yeah, Dom G. Scroll through. What do we got here? Mr. Cotter is in the house. Hash Force, son of a rabbit panda. There's our son right there. Welcome. Ace K, Crypto Perks. Okay, jumping. Oh, just jumped on me. Max Voltage is in the house. Galaxy 9 Synthesis. Duke Nukem. I think I said that. Maybe I didn't, but welcome here. And Crypto Ponder 4. What's going on? Welcome, everybody. Swamp 7, I see you also. Dan the Dane. What's going on, Dan the Dane? What's happening? Coinage. Okay, there's so many people here. Crazy. Now, revert back to that X5 question. Let's just kind of scroll a little bit. I seen it here. There was another one on it. Have you looked into what it would cost to build an X5 equivalent setup? Yeah, it would cost a heck of a lot more than buying the X5. It just sucks that it seems like all the X5s are blowing up. Mine is still safe, but that's okay. And if you're looking for them, check them links down to Crypto Miner Bros down in that description there. But yeah, so to build the X5 an equivalent to CPUs is, I don't even know what the price would be, especially going from USD to Canadian and all that types of things. Let's just actually have a look at what that thing costs right now. So I had this on Ice River, but we're just going to go in and take a look at Bitmain. Let's see X5. Is that going to pop up here? X5, just straight up X5 going to search? Let's find out. So what are you worth? Okay. So 37.49 US. What is that in Canadian dollars? 37.49. 37.49 USD to CAD. $5,147. Okay, you guys can't really see that. So $5,000, so a little over $5,000. All right, so now let's get back to the baseline here. So that thing is about 5,000 Canadian. It is equivalent. So it also depends how you want to build your rig when you're looking at efficiencies and so on. So we can just go into the calculator here, look at hash rates. Obviously, I do got the X5 here. We're going to load that up. And that is 212 kilohash. It actually averages a bit more like most Bitmains do. What is that thing doing on profitability right now? Currently on Monero, it's making $1.25, 481. Now, if we could mine Zeph or Yatacoin or anything on this thing, look at this, $4.54, $4.35 after power, $7 and $8 before power. This would be a pretty profitable miner. Obviously, it would suck for all the CPU miners out there, though, that want to mine Random X. But we got 212 kilohash. That is about equivalent to, I'm going with 4. No, is it 4? Let's see, 212. No, so it's like 8 of these bad boys. Oh, even more, 12. Holy crap, it's a lot. So yeah, just under 12 7950X rigs. Now in Canada, it would cost me, it's around $1,000, maybe $900 to $1,200 Canadian to build a 7950X rig. So we're looking at $9,000 to $12,000 to do it on a 7950X. obviously the X5 looking a lot better in price, and we're also running a lot more efficient here. As you can see, 1572 watts, where the X5 is only using like 1380. So, you know, the X5, for what it is, you cannot build it. It is way more expensive to build any CPU rig and you're not even going to get the efficiencies even with the best CPU hardware. Now, when it comes to the EPYC side of things, I think that's about 4, maybe it's 4 or 8. Let's just look at the dual EPYCs here. Let's try 2 dual EPYCs. So maybe 3, it's slightly under 3 actually. So 284. So it's like 2.5 dual EPYCs. Now the dual EPYC costed me around, what was it? It was a little over 4,000 Canadian. So, you know, 8, and then you're guessing 2.5, so you might have to put in, I guess, 2 single EPYCs there. You're going to be around the $11,000-$12,000 range building it out of EPYC CPU. So you can see it's like 50% cheaper for the X5. And remember, this is only if you want RandomX and only if you want Monero. But straight up for the hash rate, it's a no-brainer. If you want to mine Monero, you can't contemplate or argue the fact that you're better off building a CPU rig. If you want Monero, the X5 is obviously the best choice for price and power consumption. Here you can see 1440 watts on 2 of these. Obviously we need 3, so we're still not even as efficient as the X5 is, and we're not quite at the hash rate yet with 2 dual EPYCs. And 1 dual EPYC is equivalent to about 8 3900Xs, and a single EPYC is equivalent to 4, and it uses the power of 3, and then a dual EPYC is equivalent to 8, and it uses the power of about 6.5. The dual EPYC does use a slight bit more power than the single EPYC, so the single EPYC is a little more efficient when it comes to mining. But, you know, it's very interesting because, you know, it's 1 motherboard, 2 CPUs, but for some reason it is using a bit more power. But yeah, regardless, when it comes down to answer that question, it's very expensive to build CPU rigs for the same amount of power and hash rate that's doing, and you're not as efficient as an X5. So Bitmain, they hit it out of the ballpark here. They definitely made a better miner than standard consumer grade hardware. EPYC isn't really considered consumer grade hardware, but the comparison is a no-brainer. Now, if we start to see, but the big limiting factor here is obviously CPUs can move on to all of these other coins as well. And I do have some more coins like RTC. There's a lot more Ghost Rider coins out there. They should be added. I'm hopefully by the end of this weekend, they should be added onto this calculator as well, but we'll just have to see what happens, how my dev's doing at the time. He was going to do it last week, but he wanted some last minute numbers here. So we'll see what happens this weekend here. But yeah, so when it comes to those CPUs, it's definitely, if you want Monero, you're better off with the X5. It's a no-brainer. Does the X5 currently mine on NiceHash to get paid in BTC? No, it does not. It does not mine on NiceHash. It still does not work. I did point my rigs to NiceHash for a while, and NiceHash was looking at it to see if they could get it to work or what the issues were, and they haven't got back to me. So maybe they just gave up on it. I have no idea. It's not working. I also had, if you missed it in the past, the XMRig dev. If you're unfamiliar with XMRig, that's pretty much the main go-to miner for majority of the CPU coins. You know, all the Ghost Rider coins, the RandomX, and, you know, a lot of other coins out there. XMRig is the main miner to use for your CPUs, and they looked at it, and before the last Zeph update, there's a little background story I guess we should go through. Is before Zeph recently just had an update, they added their Zeph USD, which is a privacy stable coin on the Zeph network, as well as their reserve coin and so on. It sounds like they're slowly starting to get listed now on exchanges. But before that update, we couldn't even connect to that RandomX Stratum at all. But after the update, we are connecting to it now on that X5, but it's just firing out rejected shares, and we don't know what's going on there. So the XMRig dev, I pointed it towards his dev pool for about 4 hours or so he could get a good number of chunks of data for him, and he was saying that it's a blob error. Now, I don't know what that is, but he kind of explained it to me. The blob error is what the E9 Pros are getting when they mine Epoch coins under Epoch 200. That's why, like Octa.Space and stuff, you put the E9 Pro to them, they can't mine them. They just dump out rejected shares, or maybe they can't connect. I don't know. I don't have one to see what they actually say, but that's a blob error. And what it means is the block height, or in the E9 Pro, the epoch height is too low. And that's what's happening at RandomX. It's like the block height is too low. It's hard coded inside of the software, the firmware, or whatever they got going on there, to not mine anything under an X block height for that. So it's connecting to the stratum, but it won't find anything due to that blob error, and that's a block height thing. So maybe once Zeph does hit a certain block height, it might just magically start working. I don't know if that's what that means. In theory, in my head, it sounds like that's what it would mean, because after it goes over a certain block height, it then should start working. But I don't know what they have that minimum programmed into when they made it. So hopefully, you know, maybe hopefully and hopefully not, depending on the side of the wagon you're on. If you're a 100% CPU miner, hate Bitmain, hate ASICs. It's not an ASIC technically, it is CPUs, but hate ASIC companies. You don't want any firmware upgrade. Now, if you want to get these because they're more efficient, you want to mine Zeph and stuff, then obviously you want a firmware upgrade. So, you know, there's two sides of every fence here. So the hash rate and difficulty is obviously going to spike on coins like Zeph once if a new firmware emerges. There's rumors that it's coming. Based on the rumors that Bitmain was working on updates for the E9 Pro, I really don't see it happening because they still haven't released anything for that. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But right now, no, it can only mine XMR, doesn't work on NiceHash, and it's all broken. That's it. Till RandomX V2. Yeah, Duke Nukem does point out. So there is also a RandomX V2 Stratum being tested and kind of being worked on. I don't have much information on if it's actually going to go through or not. It's not really going to do much. It's not a complete algo change or anything. It's still RandomX. It just sounds like what it's going to do is it might drop the hash rate 10% or something on that X5, and then it might sound like it gives Ryzen CPUs anyway. Intel sucks, so we never talk about them anyway, but it might boost the AMD Ryzen CPUs hash rate a little bit just to kind of bring them closer together. But I still think there's going to be too large of a gap between efficiencies, price, and everything for that. So I don't even think the RandomX V2 Stratum is going to do that much. It's definitely not going to knock any of them off the networks. But again, we don't know. Things could change and happen moving forward. So who knows? All rumors right now. RAB mining 3900X or 5900X. Best bang for buck. You know, that's a very hard question. You know, it all depends where you live. It's easy to say, oh, just get this. It's older. You'll probably find it cheaper. But depending where you live, you might find some of the newer stuff cheaper. Like in the States there, I know like Keaton, if you're in my Discord, you know Keaton there. He's the Hive OS community manager. He lives about an hour or two from a micro center. A lot of you guys in the US have micro centers, so obviously going to there, you can pick up 7000 series CPUs if you pick the right timing. You're keeping eyes on probably for about the same price as building some of them 5000 series rigs. It's crazy. He's getting free DDR5 RAM with a lot of his packages. Sometimes he gets free RAM and motherboards with the purchase of a CPU. Like, you guys get insane, crazy deals down there, and it's absolutely crazy. So it's really hard to say, you know, what's the best bang. I would say probably start on the used market. You know, in Canada here we have Kijiji, eBay's everywhere. And whatever Facebook Marketplace, I really wouldn't trust that too much. Make sure you get the look and make sure pins are not bent, things like that. But I would check out used marketplaces first and see where you can get some motherboards and some CPU prices. I would recommend most likely 3900X, 3950X, 5900, 5950Xs are probably going to be the best bangs for your buck, because it's not old hardware, but it is getting older. But they are top-notch, nice entry-level hardware to start getting into CPU mining type of thing. So I would probably start there. But then again, you never know. You might find a wicked deal on a 7000 series somewhere. And 7000 series would be the way to go if you can find great deals on it, because they are quite a bit more efficient with a much higher base clock than the older counterparts. What do we got here? Next thing to get is an FPGA. FPGAs is interesting. A lot more people are trying to get into FPGAs. I'm still waiting on the new bitstream to emerge. There's supposed to be an automatic bitstream coming out for the C11s, FK33s, everything from Whitefire for Radiant. So Radiant is kind of broken still in a lot of FPGAs, even though we're saying it's FPGAs have been on Radiant for a long time. Yes, they have, but they're still not at full performance. So once everything is tweaked out, it was supposed to be coming last week sometime, so maybe this week We'll see, but it's pretty much an automatic. Now you are going to need Ubuntu, so I'm kind of playing around with that, testing it a little bit, getting familiar with some commands because I don't use it too much. But you're going to need that, and it's almost like an auto-loading bit stream there. It's not, you don't need a programmable board or anything like you used to need with all these FPGAs. So it's supposed to be a lot easier, but you are going to need some basic Linux commands to get everything going and downloading stuff. But I'm waiting on that for that new Radiant miner bitstream to drop, and then I'll be trying the C1100 on that. There's some other new coins that are emerging. I can't remember what, I don't know if you guys heard about Red Coin. I actually, that's not even it either. I don't remember what it's called, but it's the same algorithm, Blake 3B, I think it is, that Kyla Coin uses, and it just released like yesterday. But the FPGAs don't work on it. There's something different in the bit stream that won't work exactly on the algorithm. So it's getting nailed with GPUs right now. I don't know what the profitability of anything's going to look like. I don't even know if it's a giant rug pull scam virus at this point. It just released, so it's going to be an interesting thing as well. But we'll see what happens with that thing. Is the 7742 the most cost-efficient, effective EPIC? Yes and no. Like I said, it all depends if you can find a seller. Some sellers now have been raising prices on some of this hardware lately. Remember, guys, we're running out of time. We're running out of time to get hardware. It's funny, though. Like, I talked about this a little bit last week, and, you know, we're getting to the point of the bear market where we already seen the bottom of the market. That happened 1 year from the all-time high. You know, that happened in 2022 there. Towards the end, Bitcoin dropped to, like, what, 14,000 something, slightly above 15. I can't remember the exact number. We guessed, or I guess I guessed here, it dropped to around 12,500. From 12,000 to 13,000 or something, it hit 15. We were pretty close, but we didn't nail it. And I actually guessed that price a year prior, be just judging from the all-time high, because it always works out to do about the same thing. So the bottom of the market has come. We're coming into this. The bear market is still like the peak of the bear market. We're still like 700 days away from that. Don't be kidded by any posts you see where we're nowhere near a bull market yet. So keep that in mind. I feel the bull market is going to begin sometime towards the end of the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, end of the year next year. That's when we'll start seeing consistent green prices in theory, based on previous cycles. Anytime crypto starts pumping a little bit, you know, it's out there. Bull run's happening. Bull run's happening. It's not happening, guys. We're not in a bull run yet. We're not even close to a bull run yet. We still have at least a year till we start seeing consistent green days. But we're getting close now to the bottom of the mining side of things, which happens usually a year or two after the bear market begins. So we saw the bottom of crypto. It has happened already. Now we're leading into the bottom of the mining days. And at the bottom of the mining days is your time to get your hardware. That's when everything is dropped down. Now, CPUs on the other side, they're not really on a radar. A lot of people think it's a stupid way to mine. They're dumb. They're slow. You can't scale them. Yada, you know, it doesn't matter. Point is, CPUs doesn't really fall into the price value thing of this. Other things factor into that. But when it comes to GPUs, ASICs, things like that, hardware is rock bottom prices right now. And a lot of people, a lot of you guys out there still think, actually, they're still too expensive. But they're dirt cheap right now. I got to be honest with you. They are dirt cheap right now. In about a year's time, 2 years' time, like I said, they're going to be 3 times the price, 4 times the price. We're going to be wishing we were where we were right now so that you can buy hardware. It happens every single cycle, and everyone always goes, oh, I wish. Well, the time is here, but everyone says now, no, I don't want to do it. It's not making anything. It's not doing this. But once they start making stuff, people have no problem spending 3 times the price on stuff because it's making a few dollars a day at this point in a bull run. And a bull run doesn't last that long. Majority of our mining happens during a bear market. That's why efficiencies are key when it comes to things. That's why I'm probably holding out to probably get some more GPUs till the 5000 series releases, because it should be the most efficient GPUs on the market at that time. So we'll see what happens there. But we always got to keep up to date with efficiencies and stuff and just use the least amount of power as we possibly can when we're mining crypto. Big thing here, Litecoin. Litecoin is almost hitting 1 freaking petahash. You guys see that? Where are we at here? Where we do mining pool stats. Let's go to Litecoin here. What's the hash rate on that? Maybe it changed again. Okay, it went down. Yesterday it was at like 980 terahash. It's down to 859 now, but it's going to break 1 petahash mark soon. What does that mean? That means, yeah, an L3 Plus might look awesome on price. It might only be 20 bucks, 50 bucks, 75 bucks, depending where you live, but it's not making anything. And I don't even think when Litecoin pumps, it's going to be, it might be making 20 cents if Litecoin goes past its all-time high because the hash rate is exploding. I did get an email that I'm not really supposed to talk about yet, so I can't give any details, but it's definitely sounding like Locatech hash blades are real. So keep that in the back of your mind. L9s are going to be coming. Possible Jazz miner script miners are coming. So the hash rate is going to see a huge influx of hash rate, and you're going to need a lot better efficient hardware. The L7 is going to be at the bottom of the barrel here pretty soon once that new gen of hardware emerges. So we got to keep an eye and kind of realize these things that are coming, and it's constantly going up, up, and away. The Bitcoin halving is right around the corner here. May, June, you know, what is that right now? Actually, what is, let's go to Nice Hash here. Bitcoin halving. When is it being predicted? Remember, this is not set in stone. It's based on the block height. Depending how often, you know, more hash rate goes on, more hash rate comes off, the time is going to change. Right now, it is saying May 3rd. So we've seen this say anywhere from May upwards to July. So you never know when it's going to happen. Right now, it's guessing based on the current network conditions, hash rate, difficulty levels, that May 3rd is when this is going to happen. And again, a good 5-6 months later is when we should see the bull run. We're probably going to see a little spike or something on the halving, obviously sell the news, hype train and everything. But even though Bitcoin is having on around this date or whenever it's going to be, it's not going to be a magical pump either. We might see something. Now, one thing that was interesting is that Bitcoin ETF. Someone explained that to me like I'm 3. Like, you guys probably been hearing about it. You got all these Bitcoin, Ethereum ETFs coming in. So to me, I feel like all that is a market manipulation strategy by the large players that be BlackRock and all them. Does that not make sense? Like, it's literally a stock market for a crypto coin. How does that work? So now people are going to be eligible to use normal exchanges you use on Wall Street, Toronto Exchange and stuff in Canada or whatever, however it's all going to be released, if it goes worldwide or not. But now you're buying shares of Bitcoin. Okay, yeah, but you're not buying Bitcoin. You're buying shares in Bitcoin. So Bitcoin price can't magically go up by buying an ETF, can it? Like, I could be wrong on this. I'm trying to figure this out. How does it work? Because you got to buy the Bitcoin in order for the Bitcoin price to increase. If you're buying an ETF, it's not going to do anything other than you buying shares. Now, sure, it's going to cater to more people that are more trustworthy around the centralized ways things of people are used to doing everything, but you're still not buying Bitcoin. So it doesn't make sense to me. Obviously, we saw that the fake approval happened across the board on multiple sites, and then all of a sudden Bitcoin pumped. Like, it went up, what 5, 6, 10%? I can't remember. It had a huge spike, and then all of a sudden the news came out that it was fake, and then obviously we just had a quick crash after that. Some people made a lot of money there. Some people lost a lot of money there. You know, it always works both ways. So obviously it's going to have an effect on the Bitcoin price in general. It's going to explode once that ETF officially does get approved. And it is going to get approved. They're just waiting for the chess pieces from the bigger players to get all lined up and be where they got to be. One of them being BlackRock buying Bitcoin at these cheap prices right now. So they have a lot for when they actually say, yeah, it's approved, and it just pumps up and they make money like nothing. 100% market manipulation going on there. But yeah, I still don't understand how the ETF thing is actually going to work. Like, seriously, if you had the option, buy the Bitcoin ETF, so now you have partial Bitcoin share worth X amount, whatever Bitcoin's worth, or buy Bitcoin. What are you going to do? Obviously, we're going to be buying Bitcoin. We're not going to be buying the ETF. Everyone on this channel is saying that. I doubt there's one person out there, unless you're trying to play a joke, saying they're going to buy that ETF. Because I know I sure as hell ain't. But, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy stuff. ETF in the 401k. Oh, that was another thing. You guys, I don't know. You guys see that one tweet? Who was it? BlackRock something. Somebody says something about their Bitcoin prediction. Like, we've seen some stupid predictions in the past. 500,000 Bitcoin by the end of this year. 3 million Bitcoin by the end of this year. 1 million Bitcoin. There was a prediction that Bitcoin is going to hit over 31 million in the next run, or it's by next year or something. Wow. Like who gets paid to come up with these numbers? Like seriously, who? That is never gonna. Well, don't never say never, but that is not gonna happen in our lifetime. But that is a freaking high price. I'm not saying it's not going to hit that. You know, it will eventually, probably when there's no Bitcoin left. It's on tail emissions and whatever years down the road. But we're not going to see a $31 million Bitcoin. I highly doubt that happening in our lifetimes. But that's crazy. Grayscale also has LTC and ETC Trust. ETC, that's interesting. Oh, little sneezing fit. So yeah, speaking of ETC, I've been messing around with something. I don't know if you guys have heard about this. Have you guys heard about ETC MC? Let me know in the live chat. I wish I got a view of like everyone raise your hand, please. You guys heard of ETC MC? It's a node I'm kind of working with, and it's probably, I don't know yet because I just started using it like yesterday. I just turned it on. I've been syncing the Ethereum Classic blockchain on a Geth node. I want to find out if I can actually mine to it as well. That'd be pretty sweet. But it's an interesting thing where you're running a node and you're getting paid. It's probably one of the most profitable nodes if it plays out the way it's looking in existence. Like, what's a Flux node making right now? 5 cents a month? I don't even know. This thing's probably going to make, in theory, anywhere between $100 to $400 a month at the basic price it is right now. But I don't know. I'm still waiting for it. I'm having right now. I'm having issues though. For some reason, it won't sync all the time. So you can kind of see this. I don't really want to go through. I'm still figuring out all the details how all this works. I'm actually going to close this out right now, restart it and see. But I am earning a little bit now. So I did have it synced up, and this morning I was playing around with it, but now I think I broke something because I'm not getting any peers when I'm connected. But I got an ETC proof of work balance right now of 2.636. I have a transaction count. What this thing is doing is it is a node for the Ethereum blockchain. It's a plug and play little node you pick up. You've seen all those plug and play Flux nodes where all you got to do is plug it in, do a few things. That's exactly what this is, but for ETC. And it's only using like 9 or 10 watts of power, hardly anything. So it's not going to take very much to actually turn a profit on this. But I already have an ETC proof of work balance of 2.63 off for like 5 minutes or something here. But like I said, I'm going to close this down, close it down again. And I just want to reopen. Actually, I'm just going to reopen the Geth client. And we'll see what happens here. And then I'll just let it sit for a bit because I'm having a peer issue at the moment. I don't know if it's my internet. Maybe I have to forward some more ports. I'm still learning about this whole operation. Now I'm just going to go back into this. And you can see it's doing all its thingamajiggers that it's doing. It's connecting to the Ethereum Classic blockchain. And then it's validating. It's becoming decentralized. And if you actually look on the node explorers, the majority, this thing exploded in the past, I think it's 2 months old maybe. This thing makes up the majority of all ETC clients now. Look at this. The core Geth, ETC Geth nodes, 70% of them are coming from these now. They're taking over the Ethereum Classic network, and look at, they're all over the world, all over the place. So Ethereum Classic is getting very, very decentralized with this thing. And it's making me want to actually put my rigs back on ETC. And now what's running through all these as well is NFTs, and you actually get to mint an NFT, and it's going to earn you a little bit of ETC by using this node structure as well. And it's made by the mining community. That's what ETCMC stands for, Ethereum Classic Mining Community. And I don't know, I'm just learning all the details on how this whole operation thing works. I do have a link in the description to this right now, but I'm just waiting for these pairs to go up, Bo. But pretty much all you do is plug it in, start your node, wait for it to sync, and then you start earning stuff, which is kind of interesting. So I'm going to, oops, I messed that up. Close that up. Open Sesame. So I got 2.63 right now. Now I just got to connect the pairs, and I'll start validating transactions and all this stuff again. But the current price of this coin right now is right here. So it's at 29.66 cents. So what do I get? Like I said, it was only online. I don't want that. So 2.636 times 0.26 cents. So I made 68 cents, and I've only actually had it on for like 5 or 10 minutes, and it's already at 68 cents, only using 90 some watts. Now the price of this is started, I guess it looks like it went up here, down to here, and then down to here. And if you're familiar with like how the Ethereum network works, obviously ETC does all that. You need DEX pools, and you got to use your DEX. I'm actually going to use my Tangem hardware wallet for this because I actually programmed the ETC POW coin, and it does accept that through the Tangem hardware wallet. So that's another bonus there instead of using something like MetaMask, which I usually call FailMask. But I'm still learning, you know, all the ins and outs of this thing. But so far, it seems interesting. Once I get those peers to connect and stuff, I'm going to see how much this is going to be making stuff. It is estimated on their website. Does it actually say here? So here's this ETC proof of work token. This is all, I guess, information on it. You guys can't really see. But you can see the majority of everything is coming from the mining. So you got liquidity staking. So you can stake this and stuff, but it's very, very small. A very small portion of this is coming from staking. It's 100%, well, I guess it's like 90% proof of work mining is where all the POW tokens come from. It has a max supply, all this stuff here. It's all part of this DAO here. But where the heck is the frickin', I can't find where it says how much it usually makes. Where does it say here? Maybe it's this one, plug and play. Okay, so here's saying it's supposed to get around 400 ETC coins. So depending on price, what's 400? Obviously, I'm going to wait and see if this actually gets 400 coins or not. But, you know, 400 coins, that's $104 at the current price of 26 cents per month on a 9-watt node box, pretty much. So it's interesting. It's a very interesting project. So I still want to figure out, though, can I point my mining rigs to this and it's already a home node. It's preset and ready to roll. So it's going to be interesting. It's called ETCMC. It's a project by the mining ETC mining community. Again, I have that link in the Discord. I'm trying to get discount codes and stuff. I don't know if there are any, so maybe you want to hold out till I update on that when I actually make the video. I'm just testing everything right now, trying to figure it out, but it's literally like 3-4 clicks and the node is actually up and running. But we'll see what happens as time goes by and how much I actually like this. You know, right now I'm really hyped up for it, but who knows? Like I said, it might not be a thing, but it does look like over 70% of the Ethereum network nodes are being ran on these little node things right now, which is wicked for decentralization. Anyway, what do we got here? Nflux mining. Hey, no problem. Nflux mining, cool name, but you are one letter off. Oh, Funwiser, Nflux mining. Oh, that's crazy, crazy stuff. It can be possible to have one BTC equals 31 million USD if USD is, well, hey, you know what, son of a rabbit panda, you are 100% correct. If the US dollar literally tanks down to like less than a cent, then one BTC would be worth a crap ton of USD, that's for sure. That is definitely another way to look at it. The ETF is good for people scared that they will lose money because it's laws to protect the investments. That's very true, ERT Ted there. You know, it's 100% true, but if it's following the value of BTC, what happens in a bear market when all their stocks crash to nothing? They're going to be like, oh my gosh, what happened? I shouldn't have bought this, blah, blah, blah. You know, we hear the crying every single time. It's common crypto. It happens. 4-year cycles. Every 4 years, it pumps to an all-time high, followed by a bottom 1 year later. Play the cycles to your advantage, and you will be driving Lambos in no time. Not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Crypto grew so big so fast that the balance of power was shifting fast, so they crashed it. Didn't we have a chat about that on Twitter X along with... What? Have a chat about what? Robert E. Where we talk? Scroll up to what Robert said. Robert. What did Robert say? I can't find it. Scrolling. What'd you guys have a chat on Twitter with me about? What are we talking about? Scrolling up. I can't find what Robert said. Where's Robert? I don't know. I can't find it. Let me know. What CPU mining coin is best to mine now? Well, let's have a look. What do you got? What CPU do you got? It depends on your CPU. Obviously, I'm going with 3900X. So that's the majority of a lot of these coins here. Let's just see what things are looking like. So it looks like Zeph, as usual. Zeph is, looks like 22 cents after power, 51 cents if you have free power. I'm at 11 cents per kilowatt hour. So 22 cents is what Zeph is currently making on a single 3900X right now. What are the GPUs currently looking like? Bam! Radiant is back on top on the 4090. Is Radiant seeing a pump? Everything's seen a pump. That was the whole title of this whole thing. We didn't even talk anything about crypto pumping, but crypto is pumping. Let's hit an F5 here. All right. Yeah, look at Bitcoin is up to 29.9. We got, who cares about Ethereum? We should just unstar you right now. Thank you. Refresh that. Okay, it's already gone. Sweet. So see you later, Ethereum. We got Litecoin here. It's at 64. Bitcoin Cash. Okay, whatever. SHIB. Monero. ETC. So what has ETC hit before? Let's take a look at that. What was the all-time high of ETC? Sure, it's just a quick pumper, but that's okay. Hopefully we just get another quick pumper again, but even higher. $127. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So think about that. $127. I want to go in and I'm not mining ETC right now. Crap. Never mind. I can't check. But yeah, I'm thinking about going back to ETC, ever since all this, because with all the stuff going on in the background, something's happening. But yeah, I was going to check my yields on that. I guess I can update my spreadsheet to that to see. So where's GPUs here? Let's go back. Where's GPUs? Back. GPUs right here. Okay. So here's GPUs, ETC. What is the current? Actually, I want to take this. I want to copy this over. And I want to go to that other spreadsheet we were making the other day, or the one I made that video on about possible earnings moving into the next bull market. So bear mining right here. Is that it? Yeah, that's bull market. So I don't have everything all set up. I'm just going to start with this one. I want to go manual price change here. So we're not importing data on that one anymore. So we're going to go into, I just want to go ETC. All right, we need some network conditions. So 157.6 terahash. I want to bring this close. 157.6. Oh, I need the price first. 15.76. All right. Now we need 157.61. So it hasn't moved for a while. 157.61. It's been pretty consistent on the hash rate there. All right, so that's now what is our hash rate? Let's take we're going to go with a Jazz miner, I guess. Let's take a look at what a Jazz miner is making right now. So 60 mega hash, that's for a 3070. Let's go, what are they? 1950. That's just guesstimation is what they're reported to do. So right now that is $3.17 a day. They do use about 700 watts of power, so I just want to go 700 and times 24 divided by 1,000 times 0.11. So $1.84 a day in power for me. So 1.84 power, 11 cents. So I'm just going to go here, equal sum this minus 1.84. Bam, bam. All right, so this is our profits right now after that. Now, this is at the current difficulty. Now, let's think. Now, this is at the difficulty right now. You're mining away. You're hodling for the next bull run. You can't really see that. It's pretty small, huh? How about this? Can you kind of see that? There we go. Oh, that's the wrong one. That one's a little better. So 1.9 gigahash mining ETC at the current network conditions. The price is only $15.76. We're making $1.33 after power. Now we're hodling. We're hodling away. We're not selling anything. We're covering power out of pocket, whatever you're doing. So technically, I guess you'd be getting this much after power or before power because you're paying out of pocket. So now we come into here and we look at the bull run, and it hit friggin' $127. Now, do you guys think ETC will hit that again? We have no idea what coin will pump, what won't. Most coins obviously will pump, but we don't know if they'll hit their all-time highs or go higher. We're all hoping we'll at least see a quick pump past an all-time high. So let's say we do get at least $127 on ETC mining right now. So let's go to ETC here. We're mining right now. $127 ETC. What is that making per day at the current level? Bam. That is $25.62 a day right now. Remember, you're mining for the next 720 days, which is 2 years to hit that all-time high. So now we're going to take 25.62. I'm going to times that by 720. Holy crap. Is that right? I got to redo this. I don't know if this is right. Okay. I'm going to do this in a calculator so we can look at this right close between all of us. So I'm going to bring up a calculator here. Bring up a calculator. Let's see here. So let's do this so you guys can see this, because that number seems like, okay, if my number was right that I just saw on my calculator, you're going to get ROI a lot of jazz miners off only one jazz miner. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so we got $25.62 a day. 25.62. And this is why mining in a bear market and selling in the bull market is huge, because right now profits don't look good. But here's why people are going to start buying miners when they're way overpriced at 4 times more. So now we got $25.62 a day. 2 years is about 720 days. Bam. Look at that. $18,446. A Jasma, an X16 right now is like $3,800, 37 something maybe. I can't remember what they're down to. Their website still has them around 3,000 or something. So yeah, 27 or $2,800 is what they are now. You're going to mine $18,446 worth of ETC in the next 2 years, because the difficulty is pretty darn low right now. But obviously, it's not going to last that long. It's once the price starts pumping up a little bit, we might only get a good 6 more months out of this, because like I said, towards the end of the next bull run, we might get a good year at this difficulty actually. But then hash rate's going to start picking up. As hash rate starts picking up, your yields and everything will start to come low. But if you are mining right now and you're hodling to the bull run and it hits at least the all-time high, you're going to be making $25.62 a day before power right now based on right now yields. So that's crazy to think about. So again, it all comes down to, will ETC hit that price margin again? Will it hit it? And we can go through this all day with all these cryptos. You know, let me know cryptos maybe after this video, or come in the Discord and say, hey, you know what will this coin look like? What will this coin look like mining it now into the next bull run? Because that's pretty much what this was based on. We did Raven coin, we did Flux, and we saw that mining right now at a loss is going to make you a lot of money still. Look at these numbers here for Ravencoin, for an example. Mining it right now, and then when it hits the bull run, if Ravencoin hits the all-time high again, and then 2 years later, a single 3070 will make over $2,600. How much can you buy a 3070 for right now? 3070 for? Not very much. But again, you got to take that hit in power. If you sell all that right now, which is what I do have to sell my crypto right now, so it kind of sucks. But we also looked at buying the coin versus that. So we can see $2,685 is what you would make mining it on a single 3070, or you could just buy Ravencoin. $289 is what it'll cost in power over the next 2 years to run that single card. You would end up, if you bought it, you would get $4,445, almost slightly under double of mining it. So still buying the coin in general is a lot better investment in terms of gains, but as crypto miners, it's a hobby for some, and you use it to maybe keep your house warm. You're going to get a lot of profit back and easily cover the cost of your hardware. And the same thing goes for Flux. Like right now, Flux literally sucks. You guys know this. It's not making anything. But if it hits its all-time high again in mining, it's going to make about $1,700 a day after your power cost when you sell it at the least the all-time high again. So the profitability is there if you're not closed-minded right now and really looking into the future on that. But again, we don't know if these coins will hit their bull run prices, all-time highs, or go above them, or what they could hit. But in theory, the possibility is huge moving forward. We'll see what happens, though. John Wayne, Rabid, tell us please, what coins you keep it for bull run? Some your my portfolio. I don't keep track. I've seen a lot of people have been keeping track what they have. Honestly, I don't really have one. Like if I see a nice deal on hardware, I go and sell a bunch of that coin. Now my main coins that I am holding, a lot of you guys will probably disagree with them, but my main one is obviously Raptorium. I got like 2.2 million coins or something, one full smart node, and 500,000, a little over 500,000 in iNodes. So I got a decent amount there, so I'm waiting. Plus the smart node side of Raptorium should be picking up profitability once the assets and everything hit mainnet, because a lot of that's going to be validated on the back end smart node side. So that means the transactions and everything that's happening kind of on like a DeFi type of network will be validated on smart node side of things. So the POS side of things. So the nodes should start getting a little more profitable as well. So that's what I'm kind of waiting out for and holding out on that. And obviously we hope Raptorium and stuff will see nice price gains. I'm shooting for, hopefully it goes higher than the last all-time high. We never know. But even if it sits on only 1 or 2 cents in the next bull run, the devs are constantly building, and I think there is a bright future for that. But even if it's only hits 1-2 cents in the next bull run, that's a lot. Technically mining right now, I think I'd be around not 400, about $160 a day right now, mining it right now if it hit 1 cent. So, the yields are pretty high right now. Raptorium used to be over like 100 and some mega hash. It's down to like 28 or something. So we're definitely down on there. It's not looking hot in today's standards. But if it hits at least 1 cent, you're going to be making some nice bank. So one of my coins, though, I am holding is obviously Raptorium. Pulsar is just kind of sitting in the back end there waiting. Hopefully something happens there. There is something I want to actually go over. They did release their Pulsar 2.0. If you saw that video, I was mining it there. And I was mentioning that 2.0 is coming out very soon. It's a proposal, so it's not set in stone unless someone else comes up with a better proposal. They're going to vote on it. I don't like what they're doing with the 2.0 proposal. Actually, let's just look at it right now, see how we're talking about. So if you guys remember, I did a little background story in that video, and I said they started off, they wanted to be a CPU mineable chain. And I noticed that it doesn't even matter about GPUs, CPUs, and everything in general. It seems like a lot of these coins are moving more to a staking side and POS side, which is probably one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of. I don't know why. Like, look at Furo. They're doing that. Flux, Flux can argue all they want how they're 100% mineable and all this stuff, but they are slowly moving to a more staking side of things. There's a lot of interviews there. Maybe no one ever brings them up. Well, I don't know why I'm the only one that ever talks about this, but there were miners asking in a Q&A. It was like after the first halving or just before the first halving, where they're like, well, how are you what's with the miners? Yes, we're expected a halving happens. The rewards drop by 50%. So what are you doing? Their answer was buy more Flux. We're freaking miners. We're not buying Flux. We mine Flux. We mine coins. We don't buy the coins. You're talking to traders. You're thinking you're talking to traders when we're miners. We're not going to go out and buy more Flux. I know I sure as hell ain't, but that's just me. So a lot of these coins, you can argue you're 100% proof of work all you want. You're not. You're generating over more to the POS side. So here we are now. We're coming in, and now Pulsar wants to do the same thing. It started off CPU mineable. All of a sudden, GPUs, Wild Rig or whatever it was, released. They come in and wreck all these coins, actually. But anyway, that's a different frustrated video for another day. They come in, they make a GPU miner for some of these CPU coins, and then all of a sudden, Curve Hash and GPUs overthrow GPUs because they ran a lot more efficient. So Pulsar comes in, they did a fork, and say, okay, well, we want to maintain CPU mining profitability. This was originally supposed to be a CPU coin, so now we're doing this, and they still kept GPUs online. They didn't even pull them. They left them there because some people are complaining. GPUs has a huge community, obviously. But what they did is they dropped the block reward structure to Curve Hash GPUs 20%, moved up to 30%. Was it 30? Yeah, 30% on the CPU side, 30 or 40. And then they went 50% because it was always 50% POS side. Now, 2.0 proposal. They want to drop the CPU rewards even more down. Where is it? Right here. They're going to drop it to 15%. On par with the GPU percent. So now you only have a total of 30% in general coming from the proof of work side as a whole. And now you got 30% POS and 35% from POSE, which sounds like it's going to be a master node problem. So I was bullish on Pulsar. I was like, awesome, yields are up, let's do some things. I saw this proposal. I didn't even read the rest. I saw this first page here of the reference table, saw this, and I shut it off. And I left. See you later. I'm not mining Pulsar. That's what I did. Maybe I'm just a disgruntled miner. I don't know. But I saw this. I said, this is BS. Find something new. See you later, Pulsar. That's what I did. So I'm letting you guys know I'm not on Pulsar anymore because that's why. They're pulling away from GPUs, moving on to proof of stake. I don't want that. That's dumb. We're decentralized, we're miners, and more coins are slowly trying to slip and slide away into a POS atmosphere, which becomes obviously centralized, and whoever has the biggest, deepest pockets will take over networks and manipulate and whatever else. Anyway, that's just me. That's my 2 cents on my rant there. It's a company and they all want to make cash, and very, very true there, Neon One. No more Pulsar. I've stacked the Pulsar I had. Yeah, I'm sitting around 74,000 Pulsar, and I'm just going to let it sit there in the wallet and do its staking thing because, well, that's what we're going to do with it now, but yeah, I'm not mining it anymore. They can't make money with miners. They move to POS. Can't make money there. They change it again. Very, very true. Very, very true. But yeah, I don't know. That's just me. All right, what else do we got going on here? Pellish Miner, would you agree that ETCMC node would be good because of efficiency to sell what you earn since it seems too high to help pay electricity bill? It's a possibility. Again, like, I don't know truly how the rewards are. You know, it's one thing to read something and maybe see another video, but I always like to test everything. I like to see what the rewards are actually coming in. I like to see exactly how much power is being used when mining stuff and so on. So I can have right now it's looking pretty good. You could definitely do that, sell it, and then cover power expenses on other hardware for sure. That's definitely an option. I do that sometimes as well. Sometimes I use my CPU rigs to cover power for something else for a little while, or vice versa, and so on. So it's definitely an option to do. And there's also other things, like there's a lot more to it that I didn't really explain there. I got to figure everything out. There's liquidity pools. You guys know how that works, where you put X amount of ETC, X amount of, I guess, ETC POW, and then it acts like a swapping pool, so people can swap funds and move funds faster on a DEX. If you're familiar with DEXs and everything, so on a DEX, and then you actually earn. It's like you're an exchange yourself. You're earning exchange fees on top of that for providing the liquidity before you. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the background of this. And obviously, you know, if you're familiar with all this, you've been doing everything with these bridges and DeFis and DEXs and stuff on Ethereum. It's the same thing as ETC. ETC is Ethereum. In general, it's exactly the same thing. You can do everything you can on Ethereum on ETC. It's the same chain, same nodes, same structure, same whatever, other than it's proof of work still, and ETH moved on to POS. But there's a lot of stuff actually going on in the background. You know, people have been saying there's been no updates, none of this or whatever. There is a lot of work being done there, so it's going to be interesting to see how things do move forward. Let's see. Actually, let's see how we're talking about that. Still no peers. What's going on here? I want to connect to a peer. I was hoping I'd have a peer connected by the time, you know, the stream starts, we could see this thing validating stuff. But I'm having issues ever since it's synced up. I'm having issues connecting the peers. And I don't know if it's something to do with my router, or maybe my internet sucks, or it's something. You know, I'll figure it out. You know, maybe I'll contact them and see what the issue is. But yeah, it's failed. Dropping peer. Timeout. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm still having some issues. I'm letting you know I'm having issues. But yeah. Yeah, I'll let you know for rewards, though. Once I get this thing fully figured out, I'll let you know, how much it's actually going to make, how much it might not make, if it's making anything. But I'm going to actually look at there's no point looking at the watt meter right now because it's not connected or doing anything. So we'll have to wait. I see they're making thread rippers again. Yes, the new thread rippers. Oh my gosh, those things are going to be beasts. Those things are also going to be expensive. What is it worth? Like the best one was at the 7995 WX. That's like what, $10,000 or something just for the CPU. The motherboard's probably another $1,000. Like, oh my, that's going to be an expensive build. You're better off building other rigs to get more hash at maybe slightly less efficiency there. But yeah, that's going to cost too much. I would not be buying that for mine. Well, I would if I could. If I was like a millionaire, then I would, because money is not an option at that point. But you know, when it comes to actual, building it for profit, because you're never going to ROI that thing unless maybe Raptorium hits $1, then you would. That would be awesome. There's always that possibility. I'd buy 10 of them at that point. But you know where I'm going with this. Kaspa nearing all-time high. Congrats to the HODL gang. Kaspa's going back up again. What's it at right now? Oh, DJ. What's going on, DJ? What's happening? What are you doing? Okay, where is it? Where the heck? Pulsar. No. Okay, close that out. Close that out. Where the heck is it? Where's my coin market cap? Oh, I was on ETC. That's why. Kaspa. What are we at right now? Boom. There you go. Oh, yeah. 5 cents. Nice. Nice, nice. Needs a hold. 6 cents, 7 cents. Well, in theory, it needs to, like, we need about 12-cent Kaspa at this point to make up for the difficulty on the mining profitability. Like, what are we at right now? That's one thing I want to look at. Let's go into this Kaspa ASIC thing situation, see what things are looking like. So what is the current network difficulty, hash rates, and all the other good stuff? Kaspa Explorer. Let's see what you're telling us. What's the Kaspa Explorer telling us right now? Oh, it went down 48 petahash. We were over 50 at times here, so let's go to 48 petahash here. We are in October. Okay, 48 petahash, and you can see green is where we are right now in the Kaspa world. Can't really see that, can you? That one, maybe a little bit. So no, you still can't. Darn it! Why is it not working? I'm gonna need to move this over. Hold on, give me a second here. Full screen. No, oh, I moved the wrong one. Come on, full screen. No, no. Why won't you let me? Come on, full screen. Is that it? What the heck is going on? It won't let me grab my full screen to move it. This sucks. What's up here? Oh, well, I can't do it. So maybe, no. We'll see. Anyway, regardless, this is October right here. This is October, and it goes all the way to November, December, all the way to December of next year with the block reward reductions all counted into these. So you can see the difference here. So actually, I'm going to go, we're at 48. So we're just going to put this across the board just so we can see all the way down. Bam, 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 bam. All right, all the way to the end of next year. Current price is, we're over 5 now. Let's take a look at 5. 0509. 0509. 0509. Let's put that price all the way across the board as well. Oh no, I don't want a green though. Okay, I can fix that after. Don't worry. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, so now we're gonna put this background color back to white. There we go. All good. Oh wait, that was all yellow. Whatever. Okay, so now let's take a look at a KS0. What are they? They're about 100. Yeah, depending on Silicon Lottery. Let's go 160 gigahash. $2.41. Right now, that's actually not too bad. That's pretty good mining. Now, what are they worth at this point in time? What are they down to? KS0 is down to like what? $400? $450? I guess it depends where you get it from. $450, $500. Let's go $500 because, yeah. So that's 206-day ROI. That is still one of the fastest ROI miners out there. Everything else is way over a year. You're looking at any script miner, any whatever, you're way over a year. That's based on current price. Looking right now, again, you calculate bull run prices. We don't know what Kaspa could hit. Litecoin, Dogecoin, we could see a lot less than 1 year ROIs on L7s. Obviously, right now, mining at this difficulty, moving forward, blah, 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 blah. But right now, it's looking at 206, current network conditions, current price. That's actually not too shabby. So let's just say now all the way to the end of next year. Network conditions. If the same network conditions and price hold from block reward reductions alone, bam. You can see we go from 241 to $1.07. $1.07. So we're at 5 cent Kaspa at the end of next year. And the hash rate is exactly the same as right now, 48 petahash. We lose over 50% just from block reward reductions happening on the Kaspa network on a KS0. Obviously, the hash rate is not going to hold. We're probably going to be, where are we going to be at the end of next year? You think we're going to be in the freaking petahashes? Or, I don't even know. We'll see. Or, what is it? Exahashes? What are we at right now? Yeah, we're in petahash right now. Exahashes? Like, could we be at 1 exahash by the end of next year? I have no idea. Could we be at 100 freaking, you know, I don't know. We're going to be freaking high. That's for sure. So, yeah, we're at 48 point. So, we could probably easily be at 200 petahash or something. What is this going to be making? Oh, man. You imagine 200 petahash on the network? That would be insane. We're definitely going to be like 40 cents or something. Let's just have a look. What would we be at 100 petahash? 100 petahash. 51 cents if the network hits 100 petahash, 5-cent Kaspa next year. Who knows? Who knows what we could hit? No ideas. But we can definitely see that we're not making that one. What's the best miner right now again? What's the big Bitmain worth? Let's go to Bitmain's here. Shop. Let's go to the shop. Engage. Ice River, where you at? All right, where's the big Bitmain? Oh, I went to Ice River. Whatever, we'll go to this one. We'll go to the 8 terahash model. You know what? Forget about it. We'll go to the very best model. The best of the best. You can't deny Bitmain does that. They make the best of the best. They're also the network destroyers. Where the heck is the Kaspa ASIC? Why am I so blind? All right, here. Here it is. Found it. All right, best version is 9.4. So we're going to look at 9.4 terahash here. 94. Boom. And the current price is 21.8. So we'll go 21.9. $21,900. Boom. And we can see the ROI right now is 154 days at 9.4 terahash. That's currently making $141 a day. Remember, this thing used to be over $3,000? Now it's down to $141. And Kaspa's over 5 cents. Like 5-cent Kaspa was like, oh my gosh, Kaspa pumped. It's huge. Way up there. Now we're like, oh, 5 cents. That's it. Come on. We need like 10 cents, 12 cents, 15 cents. But we're at 5 cents right now, and we're only at $141. That sucks. So let's take a look back down here. What was 9.4 terahash going to get us at the end of next year with 100 freaking petahash? $30 a day. That's still pretty darn. If you think of now for the price of the miner, that's not good. Actually, we're around normal miner ROIs right now at that 720 days. You know, a little over 2 years, about 2 years actually. That's a normal ROI. So 100,000 petahash is about a normal ROI for most miners coming in at the current price. So that's actually, you think about it, that's actually a not too bad here. And hopefully, you know, maybe Kaspa is at 10 cents by then. Maybe it drops down to 1 cent for all we know. We have no idea, but we don't know what the hash rate will be either. But 2-year ROI by the end of next year, 5-cent Kaspa, 100,000 petahash on the network. That's, you know, to me, I still think that's pretty good. It's crazy to think about. I was ready to say, you know, this thing literally sucks, but that's actually pretty good numbers still. Plus, you get to sell the machine. Yeah, that's very true, DJ Mines. That's another big thing, too. Some people just buy, like, earlier I was talking about, you know, $50 L3 pluses and so on. Yes, they're not going to make anything unless you have free power, especially in the bull run when the hash rate spikes with all the new miners coming out. But their option to sell miners is a huge thing. You could probably sell them for, well, guaranteed you could probably sell them for double what you pay for them right now, but you could definitely at least sell them for what you paid for them, covering the ROI plus whatever you mined in the process. So yeah, resale value moving on into the next bull run when prices really start spiking stuff is a huge factor for a lot of people. Some people just do that. They just buy the miners up while they're cheap right now, GPUs, whatever, hardware, and then sell them all when demand is up, because that is a pretty good business practice if you think about it. Kaspa is half price on Trade Ogre right now. I bought some today but can't withdraw it, but someday I hope. Yeah, that's Trade Ogre's been down with Kaspa for like 2 months now. That's a major issue. Their price is very low, but you know, that's a big thing. It's a gamble. Like, I wonder, should, you know, exactly what you just did, should we buy some Kaspa there and hope and pray that they fix the wallet finally and you can pull it out? Because right now that is super discounted Kaspa. I would not recommend that, because that is a 90% chance that you might lose it. As sad as that is, you know, I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they're gonna, one day they'll just announce, sorry, our Kaspa is down, apologize for the inconvenience, yada yada. In theory, you would think they would stop the trading on it completely to stop that. But again, you know, maybe they'll fix their wallet, maybe it'll get up and running, and then maybe a lot of people just getting a lot of cheap Kaspa right now. But it's a huge gamble. Huge gamble. Make sure you know the risk. If you're buying it there, it's low for a reason. So just keep that in the back of your mind. Not financial advice. Do whatever the heck you want. But it's not recommended to buy it from there right now. But again, you never know. You could get lucky. Last night they had 36 different wallets broken. That's crazy. That's insane. Wow, 36 of them. I don't even know if I think I might. I think I have a little bit of Duro on there still, like 8. Not much, but 8. But then again, if Duro hits $23 again, 8 Duro, what is that going to be worth? 8 times 23. Wow. Okay, I got to get that off. Did I put 30? Oh, wait, I got to do that again. Yeah. Technically, I could have $184 sitting there if Duro hits freaking $23 again. 8 Duro is actually worth a lot, but I got to get that off there ASAP. I don't want to sit 8 Duro sitting there. Sure, right now it's only like $15, but if it goes up to $184, you know, if it hits $23 again, that's a huge chunk. Little amounts count. It matters. I'm going to withdraw there later. Try anyway. See what happens. Looks like Trade Ogre enabled coins. Enabled once again. Yeah, up and down, up and down. That's crazy. I checked this morning. It was disabled. Now I checked it. It's working. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Crazy stuff going on there. Trade Ogre had their Kaspa depegged. FYI, Django got. Oh yeah, no, yeah. We've been talking to Trade Ogre for. It's been like 2 months now. Trade Ogre has been depegged and broken for over 2 months. It's nothing new. It's been ongoing for a long time. We've reached out to them and they kind of gave answers like a month ago, but not really real answers. So technically, there's still no answer coming out of them. But yeah, Trade Ogre, I recommend not to buy from there. But you know, if they do get things fixed and you happen to get lucky and be able to withdraw that later, that's a huge gain. But be very careful. Be very careful of Trade Ogre right now. A big gamble, hoping during the bull run people will FOMO back into Kaspa and balance the trade again. Oh yeah, well, bull runs are bull runs. Things are gonna go crazy. High risk, high reward. That's true. 100% true. High risk, high reward. Like I said, I've been debating it myself. Like, throw down $100 or something. Try to get some cheap Kaspa and Trade Ogre. That'd be crazy though. One day all of a sudden the wallets opened up. You bought Kaspa for like 2 cents right now, and then Kaspa's at like 10 cents. You're like, okay, quick flip, done. Okay, what else? Do we got anything else here? I'm pretty sure on live chat, KSO mining is less than 28 coins per 24 hours. Yeah, it's super low. Did I have it on here? What is this selling me? KSO 160 gigahash. This is telling me okay, let's go to 100. That's saying 47, 29.6 coins per day at 100 gigahash. $1.50 though for 71 watts. Like, that's still pretty darn good profitability. And these things are cheaper than a lot of the GPUs. But again, you're stuck to one coin, one algorithm, one everything with that. No Space Mesh. Space Mesh isn't. I haven't tried it out yet. I don't have any extra hard drives for Space Mesh and all this stuff, or extra rigs or extra systems and extra all sorts of stuff. But Space Mesh, it's an interesting project. It has a lot more involvement than most blockchains. You know, you got to do, you need the dedicated server, you need dedicated PC, you need the hard drives, and you got to do, it's a little bit of mixture of everything in one. So, no, I feel, it might do something. We have no idea, but I think the entry for a lot of people, it seems like the entry to get into things is getting more and more expensive. Instead of standard GPU mining, you buy a GPU, mine something, good to go. To maybe buy a CPU, mine something. Now it's like you need a CPU with minimum this amount of cores, then you need minimum this amount of RAM, now you need minimum certain amount of memory in your GPU, and then you put it all together to do one thing, and yeah, maybe it's doing good, maybe it's not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But it's very interesting things that are happening right now with the recent proof of useful works and stuff. So we'll just have to see. Now Dynex is on to something. You don't need a big super fancy proof of useful work super CPU rig to do that. It's done straight to the GPUs like normal mining. So if everything emerges that they're doing useful work stuff, Dynex is leaps ahead of everyone else that claims they're doing it. Yes, Flux technically started the whole thing, for the past 2 years, proof of useful work, but they're getting on board with, the whole CPU stuff and all this and all that and the marketplace now. Things are coming around. It sounds like December 15th is when, I guess, the dashboard or the work thing or everything opens up. But it does have higher requirements or an entry level to actually do that. And I still want to know, like, what are the rewards going to be? I guess it's going to come down to demand, people using the surface, paying with Flux to do that. But what are the rewards? We're going to have another halving coming up, I think, before the next bull run even hits, aren't we, on Flux? I could be wrong, but I think it's one pretty close there. So now the rewards are going to be even less. So we're going to need either a major price increase happening across that, which I expect will happen. We will see large increases because they are doing different stuff and just what they're doing in general. It is different for a crypto. So they're going to see nice price discovery, 100%. But on the mining side of things, we just talked about earlier how they are moving more towards POS. Like all these nodes, all the stuff they have going on in the background, node structures, and telling people, buy the coin. Like, come on, we're miners. I don't care about your node. I don't care about your freaking telling people to buy the coin. We want to mine the coin. And right now, you're zero profitability. Not happening. So we've got to see how much bigger will those yields come in once the whole useful work thing's in. And we're definitely going to have to try that out, see how it works. But it's going to need massive yield gains on the miner side if people really want to stick with it. But we'll just have to wait and see. I don't mine coins to support a project. I don't care about a project. I care about what's paying me the most. That's me. I'm a miner. That should be a shirt. I don't care about... Yeah, I got to think of a slogan like that. You know, I should put that on a shirt. Something along those lines. I don't care about your project. I care about how much you pay me or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. You can talk chat all you want. We don't care. Mine away. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure out a slogan. It'll be a good one, too. BTC pump. How many looks like... to be honest, I don't know. I don't how many. It's hard to say. Someone asked the question. You know what? Like we were talking about my coins I'm holding. Now I believe all the core coins, the main core coins, are all going to see is pretty much guaranteed. Like nothing's guaranteed. It's crypto, but they're all going to see good price gains moving forward, and that is, you know, obviously your Bitcoin. As much as I don't want to say it, Ethereum is going to see a lot of price gains here. But, you know, your core coins, you know, your Litecoin, Dogecoin has a huge community. I might have to start calling Dogecoin a core coin, maybe, even though it's a meme coin. That's still a tough one to chew. But I'm going to have to start. We'll see how the next bull. If Dogecoin does very well in the next bull run, then I'm going to start calling it a core coin. But right now, you know, we got, I believe, Litecoin, Monero, ETC, I feel, is a core coin. Chia could be an interesting one. Sia coin, maybe. Cadena, I don't know about that one, honestly. I just don't know. A lot of bad vibes with Cadena. But we'll see what happens. Flux, I'm considering to start calling Flux a core coin, I think, very soon here, for sure. Verus coin's another interesting one. Dero, I'm up in the air, but we'll see. I don't know about any other main core coins. But those other ones I really feel will definitely see pumps. Now, XMR is going to be an interesting, tricky one. Last two bull runs. Look at the last two bull runs. It never broke it broke all-time highs, but not by much. Like here is the first one, 2018. Actually, this happened after the Bitcoin. That's an interesting one. Here's one. So this happened in 2018. You know, 2017. This is January 3rd or January 7th, 2018. Bitcoin was already sliding down and losing a lot of value after the 2017 bull run, but XMR actually pumped after it in January, and it went to 458 USD. And then here you can see it 2021. It actually happened before Bitcoin pumped, right there. So yeah, what is that? January, February, March, April, May, June, August. So August 5th. In 2021, it went to 483. So 483, 458, slightly up. So, you know, my prediction, I guess, for XMR would be around $500 or so. Like, it doesn't look like it really goes kaboom above where it does. It pretty much hits the same type of levels. But again, who knows? Maybe the next bull run's even larger and it does go up. But that's the big thing. And remember, some of these coins, there was one coin, I can't remember what it was. But next year, technically, could be. It's going to be the start of the bull run. We talked about the end, but it could be the all-time highs for some coins. So if you start seeing a coin anytime, starting next year, we'll get, I'm going to find out what coin that was and stuff. I'm sure a lot of you guys have some, probably mine it. It is a popular coin, or at least a talked about coin that happened, but it happened the year before the all-time highs of Bitcoin, which in theory is next year. So before that was 2020 is when the coin hit its all-time high. So we're coming up to 2024. So some coins, it could happen the previous year. So next year, if you see some coin you're mining freaking explode over a day or two, it's probably a good idea to sell it and then just kind of wait it out, see how it feels at that point. But obviously moving into that, the following year, 2025, when you start seeing coins pump and explode, you have a bag of it, don't hesitate. Maybe you want to, if you get greedy, you're going to lose. You can't sell at the high because there's no liquidity. If you're trying to time the peak, you're going to lose. Even if you hit your sell order at the exact peak, you're not going to sell it at the exact peak because it goes down from that point. There's no more liquidity. So you got to sell. Best time to sell is like if you can time it perfectly, obviously 90 to 95% on the upside, but most people probably hit the 75%. But if you see it spiking, start looking for the exchange. Start looking for sell buttons, guys, because start taking your profits, because that's probably going to be the high. If you look at all these coins that exploded, other than Bitcoin and stuff, obviously, it happened fast. It shot up and it happened fast. Like let's take Flux for an example. Let's look at Flux here. When did it hit its all-time high, and how long did it went up and down a couple times actually, but you can see the spike above it. Bam, bam. So this was, Flux happened after the bull run as well. So that's interesting. This actually took place, as you know, Bitcoin hit all-time high 2021 November. Here is January 3rd of 2022. That's when Flux actually spiked. So keep an eye on it. But look at right to the bull run. So Bitcoin bull run was where? Right? I'm guessing in here somewhere then. November? No. Where was the Bitcoin bull run? Where's November? 2021, 2021. It went up during it actually. Slide in a bit more. Oh, but it looks so small compared to when it actually pumped. Okay, right in here. So Bitcoin pumped. So this is when Bitcoin was at its all-time high. Was right in here. And then the first pump happened. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, it did pump right when Bitcoin did, actually, the first pump. But the all-time high of Flux actually happened in January. So that's interesting. But when you start to see something like this, you see a wrong, like, how many days is this? November 4th. To the 12th. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that was 8 days of solid pumping. You start seeing a coin pumping for a few consecutive days like this, you're probably getting close to the peak. Obviously, if you would have sold here and you saw this or whatever, it did go a little bit higher. But this is a nice indicator. If you're seeing your coin pump like crazy for a couple days, you're probably getting close to when it's going to be its all-time high. And I'm sure you'd all love to sell here or here. Obviously, you want the best just slightly before here. But if you miss this, then you end up somewhere over here saying, oh, it's going to go up again. It's going to go up again. It's going to go up again. And guess what? It doesn't go back up again. But again, it's crypto. We have no idea. But, just saying, starting next year, coins are going to start pumping them. Some of them will. Most of them won't. But the following year, 2025, if you see something starting to just rocket ship into outer space, start looking for an exchange and start hitting that sell button. You want to take profits, or you're going to be holding your bag for another 4 years. Not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. Do your own thing. But I know I'm probably going to sell everything I got, because I know the bear market's going to happen again. The bear market will happen again, and it happens like 1 year from the all-time high. So let's just take a look at that. A lot of people say cycles. No, it's not real. Not real. It's fake. It's lies. No way. It's not that easy. Well, all the information is right in front of us, especially for Bitcoin. Let's take a peek at this. Let's go to the all. Look at this. So, first original pump. See this right here? This is a little blue. This is actually a bull run. It doesn't look like a bull run, but it's a freaking bull run. Take a look at this. Zoom up. Let's zoom right into there. Bam. That's starting to look a lot better like a bull run. So look at this. We have 18. Imagine buying Bitcoin at $18. Imagine buying it when it was like 1 cent in the way back when. But like seriously, look at this. We went from like $114 to over $1,000. Imagine the people that had Bitcoin at like $20 and it goes to over $1,000. That's huge. Huge gains. Then we fast forward. That's 2017. No, it's 2013. Then we go right up to 2017. Exactly 4 years later. Kaboom! Bull run. And then what happens? 2017 to 2021. Exactly 4 years later. Kaboom! A bull run. Although this one's lasting longer. They do get longer as time goes by. So hopefully this bull run does last a little bit longer as well, so that that bear market doesn't seem as long, even though the bear market's going to seem like forever. But every 4 years within the month. Both. Now, the exception, this one was like a month earlier, or when was this? This was December 3rd, 2013, and these both happened in November, I think. Was it? Was it both in November? Oh, that was December 17th. Okay, so that one was December. This one was November when I hit the peak. Yeah, so this one was November when it smashed the peak here. So 1 month prior. But again, end of the year, November, December, the spike is going to happen on Bitcoin. And then, you know, altcoins are hard to predict. We don't know. So your altcoin could spike right here. Your altcoin could spike right over here. We don't know. All we know is Bitcoin will happen probably November, December of 2025 will be the all-time highs. And then altcoins, if you, like I said, altcoins, if they go up, if you see spiking, sell them, sell them, sell them, sell them, sell them. A lot of altcoins. Now the reasoning is, like, I don't know the reasoning. I'm not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. I don't follow stocks. DJ Mines is a trader. You ask him stuff, he might know. He'll know how to answer it. But usually when this drop happens, and that's probably why we saw a flux spike, is because people are like, oh no, Bitcoin's going down. I'm going to temporarily throw it into another coin for now or something. So then that's when we actually probably saw the flux spike happen, 2 months later. It's because this was dipping down. They want to get some more gains, and all of a sudden flux shoots up like this. So, after Bitcoin starts to drop, you probably notice this on a lot of stable coins as well. Is a stable coin will start, or not, even actually stable coins is a good example, but main crypto projects in general, you might see a spike, and then if they come down, then we start to see Bitcoin kind of go up, and vice versa. When Bitcoin spikes, and then we're like, oh, how come my altcoin's not doing this, or this ain't doing that, or whatever. Bitcoin went up, but then Bitcoin goes down, a few weeks later, then those altcoins, the money starts going back into them, and then they start spiking a couple weeks later. So you can almost see a pattern, and especially with altcoins, or stable coins, I mean. If you start seeing a stable coin, USDT, USDC, turning red, that's a good sign. That means people are selling their stable coins, and they start buying the crypto, and then crypto starts seeing a pump. Now, on the opposite, if you start to see the stable coins go green, obviously a stable coin can't go green too much. It's like 0.0%, 0.5%, whatever, things like that. But if you start to see a stable coin go green, that's usually a trigger that people are starting to sell their crypto, and they're moving it into their stable coin so that they can get that crypto back after a dip or something. And then Bitcoin and stuff usually starts to see a downfall once that starts going green as well, because the momentum starts happening and so on. So these are little things I've noticed. Again, I don't know if that's actually how it works out every single time. It's just little things I've kind of noticed by watching things, being like, okay, that's interesting, and that's interesting. So keep an eye out. If Bitcoins are going up right now, and if your coin's not going up right now, wait, because it's going to go down again. It's not going to keep pumping. We're not in a bull run. So Bitcoin will start dipping again sometime here. And when it does, some of these altcoins are going to start pumping a little bit behind that, because money will start going into some of those. So keep that kind of in the back of your mind. My answer: buy minimum, hodl till bull, run, sell it all, repeat. That's the easiest way. The day trading thing is obviously following the news cycles, doing this, doing that. Just like, FTX collapsed. This happened. Crypto's only collapsing because this happened and this is happening. Use the news if you're a day trader or something. But yeah, easiest way to go about it is technically 1 year from the all-time high is the bottom of Bitcoin. Use that time to buy up all the Bitcoin that you can, and then maybe DCA in, over time until the next bull run. Then once you see that spike, sell it and do it again. Make 2 trades every 4 years. One at the high, one close to the low, and you'll pretty much win, and ignore all that. Ignore the news, ignore the media, ignore what's going on in the world. Who cares when it comes to the crypto side of things? Maybe some of you care about it. I'm just mean, who cares what's going on when it comes to crypto? Because that's just will help maybe some of your day trading stuff. But if you just do the cycle thing, you're going to win, and it's going to be a lot less stressful and easier. Whatever, it's up, down, don't even look at it. Make sure you have your seed phrases and all your wallets are good to go. But other than that, forget about it, and then wait for the bull run to happen again, and then wait for that bear market to happen again, and so on. Just use those quick cycles, and that'll be the best way to go about it and less frustrating for a lot of you. No, I don't have any NFTs. Actually, well, that's a lie. I do have some. I have some like Ergo NFTs and some other NFTs. You know, like I was on some mining pools, and then I got gifted. Somebody found a block on a pool, or you know, just for mining it for X amount of days. You did get NFTs and stuff, but other than that, no, I've never bought an NFT. And by NFT, you probably mean, you know, all these ape stuff and Ethereum stuff. But no, I don't have any like those big NFTs that you go out and buy and everyone sees on the news. Oh, this one sold for billions of dollars and someone bought this. No, I don't. All that stupid frog crap I don't care about. That's just that. Be mining Sky Tier and building nodes. Oh, Sky Tier, yeah, I haven't looked into that one for a while. How's Sky Tier doing? Sky Tier. How you doing, Sky Tier? Show me what you're doing. 654 kilohash. Hash rate's down a decent amount. That's good. Price is fairly low, but I think the yields might be decent actually. No, we can plug that in and take a look at that right now. Where is right here? I got a Ghost Rider sheet with all the Ghost Rider stuff. I think I'm still missing some. There's a lot of Ghost Rider coins now. Crazy. Sky Tier. Is it even on here? Oh yeah, it's right here. So what did we just say here? This is at 654. 654. Current price is one, two, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. 4 zeros, 49. 40. Oh, it's way down. 49. Bam. Yeah, 27 cents on a single. But then again, you say you're getting nodes, so you're probably getting quite a bit back from those nodes, depending how many nodes are online. If there aren't that many nodes online, you're probably getting some nice bank in daily coins between that, because every block reward, every block found has an X amount that goes to a node. So if there aren't very many nodes online for a network, you're going to be getting a lot of rewards just coming from all the blocks found per day. So, you know, that's a big thing as well. This mining it right now is not looking too hot. I'd actually be losing $1.45, but if you got your nodes online, you might be making, like, you could be making like $100 a day if there's not very many nodes online. So that's another side chain thingamajigger that you have to work out all on its own. But then again, that's node talk. We don't do that too much. Well, sometimes. I roughly hit 10 to 12 blocks solo on 2 3900Xs a day. Nice, actually. That's actually not too bad. Hit 10 to 12 blocks solo, 239. What's the block reward on that one? Sky Tier. Is it on our plant? Yes, it is. So let's just block reward on that is Sky Tier. Where you at? Sky Tier right here. Block reward is 1500, and you say you hit 10 to 12, so let's just say 1500 times 12 times 12. So 18,000 coins on 12 blocks is what you would get. Now, what is this saying? Mining it. 5,500, 5,570 is what a single 3900X would get per day. So yeah, you're actually getting more. Yeah, good job. So you have 2. Sweet. So yeah, you're a lot more lucky off getting the rewards solo mining than you are to pool mine here, because a single 3900X should be getting about 5,570 coins per day. So 5,570 times that by 2. So 11,140. So you're actually getting almost like 4,000, or actually more than that. You're getting like, yeah, about 4 some thousand coins solo mining. So you're getting lucky there. That's a good break. Nice. Getting more coins, hitting them solo blocks, smashing blocks. Octo NFT. What? Octa.Space has a NFT? What Octo NFT? What are you referring to? Octa NFT. I think I have a Chia NFT somewhere, actually. I got a Chia NFT I still got to claim. I haven't done that yet. From the Evergreen stuff. I run 45 3900Xs, but only have 2 on Sky. You got 45. Holy crap. That's a lot of rigs. Nice. Let's take a look at that. Let's go to the calculator here. Look at 45 3900Xs right now. Load it up. What's your power? We'll go 11 cents for me. Wow, that's not too bad. Depending on your power price, Zeph would be $20 a day before power, $7.67 per day after power at 11 cents per kilowatt hour with 45 3900 X's. Nice. That's a lot of rigs. Sweet. Do I have updated iPolos? Yes. No. Actually, the V1H is the only one I updated, unless there's a new one now. I haven't checked their website for a while. I'm still waiting for X1 to get updated. That thing still hasn't been updated. Let's see if they actually did their website yet, though. Is this thing still not listed? No, still not. They don't even have it on here still. What? How? Okay, let's try the X series. Nothing new there either. Well, what the heck? But yeah, I have updated mine. You can tell up here, if we go to crypto mining hardware, then we kind of open that up. And then we go to ASICs here. You can see, yeah, I got the firmwares here. So we got the Apollo V1 series beta Octa.Fix. So this is the absolute latest version right here. It is, I don't have the version number in it, but this is the latest version that's not on their website. This will fix all V1 iPolos, and you can mine Octa.Space again on them. And it saves all your details and stats and stuff. The V1 original firmware, this was the original fix, or if you just want to go back to the first one. I also got the X16 latest September firmware in here. Is that right? Isn't there one in October now? I gotta go look. I gotta look, see if there's a new one now. I'm confused. Oh, maybe it was September. Jazz Miner. Do they have a new one? Engage. Engage. Come on. Support. Products, firmware, X16. What is that? Yeah, October 13th. There's an October 13th. I didn't update it, but I think this one kind of sucks. Yeah, this one, this is a bad firmware there. There is a, whatchamacallit, blah, blah, October 13th firmware for the Jazz Miner, but it sounds like it reduced, I tried it, reduced the hash rate a bit on the Jazz Miner. So, yeah, don't use that one. So that's probably why I didn't put it on my website yet. Ferrari rally to the moon, BTC pump 2024. Yeah, there's that. Ferrari is accepting crypto now, so that's pretty cool. Super old, but I don't post vids anymore. Why don't you post vids anymore? 13 cent kilowatt hour. All right, let's check that out. 13 cents. 13 cents. All right, calculate. Bam. All right, so that's still not too bad. Again, $20 on free power. Zeph would be getting you about $5.29 a day after power at 13 cents per kilowatt hour. That's still not, it's not too shabby. Yeah, work 70 hours a week, never make time for videos. Yeah, that's a lot of hours. That's a crazy amount of hours. How much? Let me go see here. That's a decent amount for sure. Any issue? And my X5, no, my X5 seems to be fine. I don't run it 24/7 though. Like right now it's off. I do turn it on when I do plan on mining like XMR or something. Which reminds me, like I'm gonna test out some coins and stuff here still. I'm trying to stock up on some, but maybe in a week or two, I don't know if I'm just gonna do it on a live stream randomly or if I'll just make a video first to warn people. But I did it once already. I wanted to do it every month, but I haven't yet. But I'm thinking about doing more of those CPU mining giveaways. Now I'm gonna have 2 draws, I think. So technically I'll lose 2 days out of a month. So one is, let me know if this is something you guys want in the first place. But one will be for members, and then one will be for anybody. The last one I did was actually for channel members only. And what I did was I drew a name. It was a channel member, and they got my full CPU farm on any coin of their choice for 24 hours. So I'm thinking about doing that again. But if you do pick something like XMR, for an example, I will also include the X5 because that can mine XMR. So it'll be my farm plus the X5 mining to your Monero address on your pool of choice because you maybe already have some rigs on it. So I'm thinking about doing that. So I'm gonna have 2 draws. So it's for 2 days. Now channel members will be eligible for both draws, but one one draw will be for anybody, but if a channel member does win, they do count as that. So and one will only be for channel members. So that's kind of what I'm going to do here. So it's going to be 2 days, 24 hours per each address. 2 days out of the month, I'll be giving out full CPU farm hash to some of you guys. I think Bad Cat, you're who won last time, wasn't it? I believe. I think it was Bad Cat that won. We'll see though. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing that again. I'm trying to work it all out. But again, like when I do it, I will, if it's a XMR coin that someone chooses that they want mined to their address, then I will include the X5 in that as well for that 24 hours. Time for alts coins to catch up. BTC pump. Yeah, let's get them alts pumping. If anyone knows how to properly fix RX 580s 4GB armor cards, would be a great help. Fully electric. No, not fully electric. I mean, what is it? Darn it. I gotta find my Discord now. He just released a video here. Why can't I think of a name right now? So let's go up here. Community. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh my gosh, why can't I find it? I can't find it. Why? Darn it, I can't find it. Electronic. It's a why can't I think of the name right? There he goes. Matt Electron. There we go. Matt Electron, I think. Talk to him, ask him about it. I think he does a lot of like GPU work and things like that. I know Red Panda has like GPU fixer people in his Discord. Can't remember who they all are, but I think Fully Electric. Why did I say Fully Electric then? Matt Electron there. He does some like fixing and PCB boards and stuff. So maybe he can help you fix it or something like that. Yeah, Bad Cat said right there, Matt Electron. Yeah, but yeah, he could probably help you out. So try to get in touch with him and might be able to get something done. Holy scrolling. Going through a few there. I don't believe I couldn't think of the name. I'm like, why can't I think of this? It's right there. But yeah, give him a shout. See if we can help you get all worked out and hopefully get you up and running. But yeah, what time is it? Oh my gosh, we have been here. I want to check this one more time. Oh, we got a peer count. Nice. All right, so we're connected. It's working. And we're mining. We're doing transaction counts, 2.676. Oh, what was it at? I wanted to write this down. So I'm going to write this down right now, actually. So I'm going to start like a 24-hour thing right now. You guys can see it live. I'm starting it right now. So I'm grabbing my pen and paper here. 2.676. 2.676. Right now, my time is 12:42. 12:42 p.m. And the date is what? 21st. ETCMC. So I started at 2.676 ETC POW balance. We are validating right now. So I'm going to let it run for 24 hours. And then I'll just see how much this thing made in a day. And then obviously we'll have to see how much it made in a week. And then we're going to have to see how much it makes in a friggin' month. But yeah, we got peer count now. We are validating transactions. And things are looking good. Hopefully we're still validating transactions. Let's make sure here. Yep, click. 1338. All right, things look like it's doing things. So it is slightly higher than what we were at earlier, I believe. So I'm just going to keep a track of this thing now. And we'll see how much this node starts making, validating and decentralizing the Ethereum Classic blockchain. I do have that link if you want to check out their website again. But again, I don't have much information on it until I fully figure out how much this thing makes and what it does and all that other good stuff. But we'll see. Anyway, I guess we're going to wrap this one up, though. I do appreciate everyone for showing up for this live stream, and I will see you all in the next one. I got no voice changer, so Rabid out.